Once upon a time, in a bright, sunny town, lived a cheerful little boy named Timmy. Timmy had rosy cheeks, a big smile, and a heart full of curiosity. One morning, he woke up to find a brand new pair of shoes by his bed. They weren't just any shoes. They were sparkling red with shiny white laces. "Wow!" Timmy exclaimed. He wiggled his toes into them, and something magical happened. The shoes began to tap, 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 all by themselves. Timmy giggled with delight. These were magic shoes. "Let's go on an adventure," Timmy whispered to his new friends. The shoes didn't need to be told twice. Zip, they darted out the door, carrying Timmy along with them. They zoomed past the friendly mailman, who waved in surprise. They zipped around the town square, leaving a trail of happy giggles behind them. Timmy held on tight, his hair flying in the wind. This was the most exciting morning ever. The magic shoes loved exploring. They saw a big, colorful butterfly fluttering by a patch of flowers and decided to follow it. Wiggle, wobble, zoom. They bounced through the tall green grass, chasing the pretty butterfly. Timmy laughed, reaching out his hands as if he could catch it. The butterfly danced in the air, leading them on a merry chase through the meadow. The sun was warm, and the world felt full of fun and games. But the shoes were so excited they didn't always look where they were going. As they chased the butterfly, they ran right towards Mrs. Gable's garden. Mrs. Gable was very proud of her prize-winning tulips, all standing in neat little rows. "Whoa, shoes, slow down," Timmy cried, but it was too late. Plop, squish, splat. They tumbled right into a big, muddy puddle right in the middle of her flower bed. Mud splattered everywhere, on the tulips, on the grass, and all over Timmy's new shoes. Timmy looked down at his muddy shoes and the messy puddle. Mrs. Gable peeked over her fence. She wasn't angry, just a little surprised. "Oh my, Timmy, it looks like your feet have a mind of their own today," she said with a gentle smile. Timmy felt a little bit silly. "My shoes wanted to chase the butterfly," he explained, pointing to his feet. Mrs. Gable handed him a small watering can. "Well, how about your shoes help me give these flowers a little drink? That will clean them right up," Timmy agreed, and soon his shoes were sparkling clean again. Feeling much better, Timmy and his shoes continued their adventure. Next, they smelled something delicious. It was the smell of freshly baked bread coming from Mr. Henderson's bakery. The shoes started to wiggle and dance toward the yummy smell. They peeked through the window and saw rows and rows of warm, fluffy bread and sweet cookies. Timmy's tummy rumbled. The shoes wanted to go inside, but Timmy saw a big sign on the door that said "Bakers Only." He knew that meant he shouldn't go in. His shoes started to pull him toward the door anyway. They really wanted a cookie. Timmy planted his feet firmly on the ground. "Stop, shoes," he said. "We can't go in there. It's not our space." The shoes wiggled and tugged, but Timmy held his ground. He remembered the muddy puddle. Being curious was fun, but running into trouble wasn't. He had to think first. Just then, Mr. Henderson came out, carrying a tray of samples. He saw Timmy waiting patiently and offered him a small, warm gingerbread cookie. For being so polite, he said with a wink. Timmy's face lit up. Making a good choice was even sweeter than he imagined. With a cookie in his hand and a lesson in his heart, Timmy decided it was time to head home. But his shoes had one more idea. They saw the town park filled with swings and a big, twisty slide. Zip! Off they went, pulling Timmy toward the playground. They ran straight for the swings, wanting to go higher and higher. But there was a little girl already waiting for her turn. Timmy's shoes wanted to cut in front of her. "Wait," Timmy said softly but firmly to his shoes. "We need to wait our turn. That's the kind and fair thing to do." The shoes stopped wiggling. They stood perfectly still behind the little girl. Timmy smiled at her, and she smiled back. When it was his turn, he flew high in the air, laughing as the wind tickled his face. Waiting had been the right thing to do, and it made playing on the swings feel even more fun. He learned that sharing and being patient made everyone happy. On the way home, Timmy and his shoes walked calmly. They passed the flower garden, the bakery, and the park, but this time they didn't run or rush. Timmy thought about his day. His magic shoes were so much fun, but they needed his help to make good choices. He realized that it was his job to be the leader. He was the one who could stop and think before they both walked into trouble. Being curious and exploring was wonderful, but being thoughtful was even better. When Timmy got home, his mom was waiting on the porch. "Did you have a good adventure?" she asked. "The best," Timmy said. He showed her his shoes, which were now tapping a gentle, happy rhythm on the steps. He told her all about the mud, the cookie, and the swings. He explained how he learned to stop, think, and then choose the right path. His mum gave him a big hug. "I'm so proud of you, Timmy," she said. "You're growing up to be such a smart and kind boy." That night, as Timmy tucked himself into bed, he placed his magic red shoes neatly beside him. He patted them gently. "We had a lot of fun today," he whispered. "And we learned a lot too. Tomorrow, let's have another adventure. But let's remember to think before we walk." The shoes gave a tiny, happy wiggle, as if to say they understood. Timmy smiled, closed his eyes, and dreamed of all the wonderful, thoughtful adventures they would have together. And from that day on, Timmy and his magical shoes were the best team, always ready to explore the world, one smart step at a time. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more fun stories.